Medicare in 2026, and the minimum $2,434 plus you'll be on the hook for throughout the entire year, possibly significantly more than that. Now, the reason that I want to bring this to your attention here in this video is there's this misconception out there that a lot of people think that Medicare is free. Medicare is not free at all. In fact, the average beneficiary spends thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on Medicare literally every single year. Well, I want to break it all down for you here in this video because there are multiple different line items that cost you a lot of money as a Medicare enrollee or Medicare beneficiary every single year. And again, those individuals that are currently on Medicare continuously getting caught off guard by these expenses. Those people that are enrolling in Medicare, again, maybe not aware of this and realizing that you're going to be paying, again, thousands, multiple thousands of dollars. I'm going to break it all down for you in this video. Now, I also do have this article right here. I'm going to pop it up on the screen in just a minute so you can see and read for yourself exactly what they're saying here. This is just a little bit of information in this article, but realistically, I'm going to break down all those dollar amounts for you and exactly what you need to know. Now, if you're currently on Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare at all in 2026, please do yourself a huge favor. Utilize this free resource right here. It's for Chapter Medicare. They've already talked to about 10,000 people in this community. Those of you in this community alone have saved over $2 million just in the last 1 year. A couple thousand of you so far this year have already called them just in 2026. The average person is saving over $1,000. Absolutely amazing. It's a team of trusted advisors right there. Again, thousands of you in this community have already connected with them and got free help. They have access to over 20,000 plans. They'll spend all the time that you need on the phone with them, answering your questions, addressing your concerns, helping you find the right Medicare plan and coverage for you and your personal needs, hopefully saving you a boatload of money. Whatever it happens to be, please utilize that. You can see it right there, free Medicare help. And I want to help those of you in this community by the end of this year collectively save $10 million. That'll be in your pocket, not in the pockets of the insurance provider, which is where that money's supposed to be, in your pocket, not their pocket. All right, anyway, take advantage of that. Again, totally free. Just want to help you out in any way that I possibly can here. All right, let's just pop this article up here. Feel free to read through the details on this. This definitely does not include all the information. Just feel free to read through this, but let me explain here, okay? There's a bunch of line items. Like I said, multiple line items that a lot of people don't realize are all of these expenditures within Medicare. Okay, are you ready for this? Now, first off, you might be wondering, wait, the $2,434 plus that you mentioned, the minimum, what is that? Let me tell you this one. There's way more than this, by the way. This is just one of the big expenses. Medicare Part B premium. The monthly premium is $202.90 per month right now in 2026. If you extrapolate $202.90 over the course of the entire year of 2026, that comes out to $2,434.80 that you'll pay just on the Medicare Part B premium for the entire year of 2026. Okay, that's a lot of money right there. But does that mean you're off the hook? Not even close. Not even close whatsoever. Let me rattle off a few others. Medicare Part A. Wait, that's free, right? Yes, for 99+% of people, you're right. Medicare Part A is free. However, guess what? There's a deductible. There's a deductible with Medicare Part A. So yeah, maybe there's no monthly premium for the vast majority of people, but there's also a deductible. How much? $1,736. In other words, you find yourself in the hospital, yep, Medicare Part A is going to cover that, except you're on the hook for the first $1,736, okay? Did you know about that? Bet you didn't, right? That's a lot of extra money right there. That puts the total expenditures, again, taking the Part B premium plus the Medicare Part A deductible to well over $4,100 now. When we combine the $2,434 and the $1,736, puts us at over $4,100. Okay. Is it over yet? Nope, not even close. Medicare Part B, let's go back to that for a second. Guess what? There's also a deductible there as well. But wait, what about the premium? Yep, you're on the hook for the premium, and you're also on the hook for the deductible, which is out there as well. It's not nearly as much as Part A, but there's a $283 deductible that you need to pay first before Medicare Part B will pay anything. So yes, you're going to pay the monthly premium, but then you also have the $283 deductible on top of that you have to cover. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's just say that you are on, say, a Medicare Part D, D as in prescription plan. Okay, awesome. Now what? Well, guess what? These plans also have deductibles. Yes, guess what? The maximum Medicare Part D deductible in 2026 is $615. Allowable by law is a deductible of $615. Now, the average deductible out there is $590. Okay, let's just round it to $600 for easy rounding purposes here. Let's just say the deductible on your Medicare Part D plan is $600. Remember, to fulfill a deductible, that's how much money you need to come out of pocket first before the plan starts paying anything with the co-insurance, right? So there you go. Add another $600. We're pushing nearly $5,000 in expenses now. Guess what? Once you achieve your deductible on your Medicare Part D plan, now the co-insurance is 25%. In other words, you're going to pay 25% until the max out of pocket is reached, which is $2,100 for Medicare Part D plans in 2026. Okay? Keep adding thousands and thousands of dollars here. We're well over $5,000 in expenditures. Okay? Now, let's go back to Medicare Part B for a second here. I forgot to mention this, which is this. Remember, Medicare only pays 80%. You're on the hook for 20%. If you do not have a Medicare supplement plan or a Medigap plan, which is just two different names for the same thing, if you do not have that, you're going to be on the hook for that 20% expenditure. And remember this much, there's no max out of pocket for original Medicare, meaning if you don't have a plan to help pick up that extra expense there, you're going to be on the hook for literally endless amounts of bills at a 20% share with Medicare Part B. That's nasty, right? That's a lot of money that you could be looking at. Now, depending on what supplement / Medigap plan you have, there's likely going to be an out-of-pocket maximum for the year. Not all plans have a max out-of-pocket, but it may range anywhere between about $4,000 and $8,000 plus dollars. Okay. Now, you might be thinking, I gamed the system. I'm on a Medicare Advantage plan. I'm not going to do all that. I have a Medicare Advantage plan. I have $0 premium. I get all this other stuff included. What about me? You're not going to skip right on by, okay? They're going to get you. Don't worry, okay? Now, these plans may have a deductible. They may not. All these different plans are different, but here's the deal. For a Medicare Advantage plan, guess what? The max out of pocket, gotta come back to that, is for 2026, $9,250. That's the max out of pocket for a Medicare Advantage plan in 2026, okay? Point being is that depending on the plan that you have, and again, there's thousands of plans out there. It's going to be different across the board. Yeah, you may have a $0 premium on your Medicare Advantage plan, but guess what? There's probably a deductible that you need to fulfill. And if there's not, guess what? You're going to pay somehow, and you're going to, whatever you're paying is going to be going toward that $9,250 max out-of-pocket expenditure for an Advantage plan, okay? Did you realize all this with Medicare? But wait, I thought Medicare was free. No, Medicare is not free, okay? If we add all of this up, now obviously you're not going to pay for all of this that I mentioned here in this video, but if you add all of this up, the average retiree, the average person on Medicare is going to be paying $4,000+ a year minimum, when we look at all this stuff, when we add it all up and we take all these different expenditures and what is billed back to you, you could probably anticipate at least $5,000 of expenditures per year if you're on Medicare. I would say minimum, probably significantly more than that for a lot of people. Between your Medicare Part B premium, Medicare Part B deductible, Medicare Part A deductible, if you happen to end up in the hospital, which I'm crossing my fingers. I hope that you don't end up in the hospital, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are going to, okay? And that's that $1,736 that you need to be aware of as the Medicare Part A deductible. Not only that, your supplement or Medigap plan, again, your max out-of-pockets there, your deductibles, your premiums, whatever that happens to be, it's going to be different for all the different plans across the board. And if you're on Medicare Advantage, again, same thing there. You may not have a premium, but you're likely going to have a deductible, and you're certainly going to have the max out-of-pocket that you'll need to spend up to. Well, you don't need to spend up to, but it'll have that cap for you right there. Okay, so we've got a lot of potential expense. Oh, I forgot. Part D as well, right? I forgot about that one. the premium on Part D plans, as well as the deductible upwards of $615, and then the max out of pocket at $2,100. Okay, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars that I would say most retirees, most Medicare beneficiaries probably don't realize, because there's this myth, there's this misunderstanding, and there's this miscommunication and misconception out there saying, Medicare's free. When I turn 65, it's just a free ride. I'll go to the doctor all the time. I'll go to the hospital. I'll go to urgent care. I'll go to whatever I want because it's going to be free. I paid in my whole life, therefore it's free forever, right? Not even close. Not even close. So when somebody is 65 plus on Medicare and thinking, I'm living on this small fixed income from Social Security, or maybe a pension or annuities or dividend income or portfolio income or savings, whatever the situation is, and you think that you're just going to ride right on by and Medicare's just going to pick up everything for you, they're going to pay a lot. Certainly, they're going to pay the bulk of it, but you're still going to be on the hook for a lot of expenditures, thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Now, obviously, you can certainly opt out of some of this. You certainly don't need to take all of this, okay? I am not endorsing this by any means whatsoever. I'm just giving you your options here. Yup, you could opt out of Medicare Part B. It is an option, okay? I certainly would not recommend that, but you could do that. You could opt out of Medicare Part D. You don't need to take it. There's a penalty if you don't take it, and you do take it at some point. There's also a penalty at some point if you opt out of Part B and you opt back in. There's going to be a massive penalty for that as well, okay? Same thing as well as a supplement and or Medigap plan. You don't need to take it. I certainly would not advise that. You don't need to enroll in Medicare Advantage. Certainly wouldn't advise that. I'm just saying, these are your options. But you run the risk, if you don't have proper insurance, you run the risk of something happening. Again, I cross my fingers that nothing happens, but if something were to happen, you could get wiped out in a second because of massive medical bills, right? It'd be nasty. So you're better off having the coverage and kind of paying. It's not fun. I totally agree. Insurance is not fun, but it's there to protect you as, again, insurance. That's why they call it insurance, right? That's why they call it insurance. Anyway, hope this helps you out and help you better understand the situation here. Again, if you're currently on Medicare, if you need to enroll in Medicare, if you're turning 65 at any point in 2026, please do yourself a huge favor. Just give Chapter a call there. Phone number's there for you. It's 100% for free. Like I said, about 10,000 of you in the last year have called them. Over about 2,000 of you so far just this year have called them alone. Over $2 million of collective savings. Give them a call. It's a team of trusted advisors. You'll connect with somebody. They'll spend all the time that you need on the phone, answering your questions, addressing your concerns, looking through the 20,000+ plans across the country, finding you the right plan for you and your specific personal needs, as we all need something very, very different. They're going to look at all the availability, do whatever it takes, and they're going to spend that time with you. And again, feel free to bring your list of questions, bring your list of needs, your wish list, whatever it happens to be. Bring all of that when you call them, because they're going to want to know all that information anyway. Again, you can see it for yourself. It's free. Give them a call. Seriously, they've been extremely helpful for a lot of you in this community. After you talk to them, by the way, drop a comment down below. Use the word chapter within your comment. That's the keyword that I search for to find these comments. I'll grab your comment and I'll add it to my ongoing list that I have here, which I feature sometimes in videos and I feature in community posts. I have a lot of pages there, tons of comments that I get. Anyway, I want to help those of you in this community. By the end of the year, I would love to help those of you in this community save $10+ million just in this community by literally taking advantage of a free service right there just to get help finding that right and proper plan for you. And again, that's money that's supposed to be in your pocket, not in the pockets of the insurance providers. And again, just want to help you out in any way that I can. All right, anyway, please enjoy your day. Subscribe if you're new here, 100% free. Big subscribe button down below. Please share the video, big share button down below. Otherwise, until next time, have a good day. Enjoy. And